market will crucify you. Oh, what do I mean by that one? Well, the market will crucify you, and it crucifies all traders. Doesn't matter how successful you are, the market is constantly kicking you in the teeth. And it's always going to be challenging you no matter what your style is, because no one's right 100% of the time, and what your approach is to the market. So let's go through an example right now. I've got a euro dollar chart up here. I'm actually recording this Thursday morning, even though this is not going out until Saturday. So let's actually take this as an example. I started shorting the euro dollar up here in the 110 range, and back a few weeks ago, and as of Thursday morning, okay, the euro dollar's selling off at this point in the day, like you say, by Friday. By the time you get this video, post non-farm payrolls, we could be right up here, of course. So and that's why I'm bringing this up, because the market will constantly test you and kick you in the teeth, as I've said. So let's go through this example. So I've got into a short up here for whatever my reasons are, and the euro's come down. Been sitting in some pretty decent profits down here. I'm going to cover those off shortly, and yeah, and then the euro started to bounce here. So you're sitting in your short position or whatever your trade is here, and then the market starts to bounce. And let's just assume that the market carries on bouncing. So it's not hit my target. That's the main thing. My exit, whatever your exit strategy is, or my exit strategy, is that it's not quite hit that target as yet. Yes, I've actually got an orange moving average here, which is my 200-day moving average, which is an important level, and no surprise really that the euro has bounced from here. However, if that's not my target from all of the other analysis for this particular entry, then I can't justify taking profits there. I have to stay with my plan. So, like I said, the market will test you constantly and kick you in the teeth at times, because if that low is in and the euro is going to come all the way back up, then I'm going to get stopped out. I'll get trading stopped out on that trade. And now an average trader would then say, oh God, I knew I should have banked my profits here. Maybe I should have banked them. And they'll suffer with things like regret on the back of getting trading stopped out, rather than congratulating themselves for actually sticking to their plan. They will berate themselves for not having, with the benefit of hindsight, having seen now the euro bounce, saying, oh, I should have come out. Well, if you have that attitude, then there could have been plenty of other times when the euro could have bounced as well. But much like this day here, I'd already started shorting before this day, and on this given day here, at one point that euro dollar was right up here, and that same trader, if they'd have been short where I'd have been short, back over here somewhere, and that had have carried on, they'd have said, oh, I knew it, I should have come out. But they very quickly forget, well, actually it didn't, it came off and then it came lower, So what I'm trying to say is, if the market is going to kick you in the teeth, don't react to it. Stay true to your plan. Stay true to your analysis. Stay true to your processes. Because if you then react just because you go and get a stop out and you've seen an open profit, like I've seen, reverse and turn into an open loss, or sorry, a losing trade or a trading stop out, then if you start reacting to all of that, then you just become like all of those other millions of traders out there around the world who have not mastered their mindset. So you have to congratulate yourself for actually sticking to your plan, rather than bemoaning the fact that the trade may have come back against you. So for me, if the euro comes up this week, and you'll see this on Friday, you'll know, I'm recording this on Saturday, when the video goes out. So if the euro has gone up, then it may well be that I've then been trading stops out at some point up there, if it goes high enough. But in the meantime, I'm not going to sit here crying over that. I'll just dust myself off. You even should laugh in the face of it, because always see it that the market is trying to put you off. See it that way. That's what the market's trying to do. It's trying to make you emotional, because if you get emotional on a stop out, let's say this, having been in a nice trade, like I've been in a decent trade here so far, but it's not got to my targets. But if it then reverses against me, and if I was to just get emotional on that, what's that going to do? It's going to lead to things like frustration. Oh, I won't even. Frustration, regret, even anger, potentially. You could be angry with yourself, or I could be angry with myself. Oh, I knew I should have come out when it came down to the 200-day moving average, or whatever. Funnily enough, there's always a reason, with the benefit of hindsight, once we've seen what price has done, why we could have done something or another. But unfortunately, none of us have that forecasting 100% forecasting tool. So what we do is we stay with our processes and we brush aside things like that, congratulate ourselves, if anything, for staying true to our trade plan. Because if you have emotions like regret, frustration, etc., and anger, what's that going to do going into the next trade you take? Because if you're then holding those emotions, what's likely to happen on the next trade is you're going to get into a trade, it will come down, let's say it's a similar trade to this as an example, it will come down to this zone, and what will happen is you'll bank early, you'll come out there, and then it'll end up becoming one of those trades where it just keeps on going all the way down to your target and some. So, and then you end up getting angry at yourself for not having held on. So you end up in this vicious circle of emotions, which as a trader, you just can't afford to do, because the more emotional you become, the less precise you are as a trader. So doesn't matter what your approach, your strategy is to trading, then always be working on your mindset, because if you don't, then you will succumb and the market then wins. By all means, as always, give us a thumbs up and a like for these videos, and comment as usual against these videos any other tips and tricks that you might have from a mindset perspective that you find useful in situations like this, or in just any general trader mindset situation that you'd like to share.